You know, one of the things that don't get talked about enough, and I think a lot of people go through it, is that one family member who try to keep the rest of the family together, knowing that it's a toxic family, knowing that that family being together is not the healthiest. We all have them in our family. In my family, I have a brother like that. You know, he was raised a little bit different. He was the favorite. You know, my mom gave him everything. And as we gotten older, it's like we become adults and you realize that, hey, nothing is easy. I actually have to go out and work for what it is that I want, especially if you're a man. You know, you have to go out and work for whatever it is you want. No one's giving you anything. And so as we gotten older, it's like whenever something came up, whenever my mom disrespected one of the other children, it was my brother who was the one trying to come in and save the relationship. And it's like, no, my mom was wrong. Let my mom miss out on that child because he or she feel disrespected. That has to happen. You know, and it's like, how many of y'all have a family member like that? It could be a cousin, it could be an auntie, it could be a grandma, it could be whoever, but it's always that one family member who's trying to keep the toxic family together, knowing that it's a toxic family, it's a toxic environment. And because they didn't have the strong will enough to remove themselves, now they want to try to keep everyone together. And it's not healthy, but in their mind, they think they're doing a favor. Sometimes families have to, disappear. They have to, dissipate. They have to. Sometimes, a lot of times, actually, like if we being real, a lot of, bad things that happen have to have some type of consequence. And, especially in, the black culture. You got a lot of hidden secrets. You know, little niece or little cousin was getting touched by the uncle, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing. And we gonna continue to come around each other as if nothing happened. Like, nah, that's just bad for the family. I'm in a situation where, I just grew up in a toxic family. Everyone was, jealous, envious, competitive, and it wasn't healthy competition. It was just like, oh, let me try to do better than you, even if I gotta make you look bad. Like, we share the same last name. Why are we in competition with each other? And if it wasn't that, then we were making fun of someone or, drama, all type of. And it's like, I got to the point to where I realized as a 30-year-old man, I couldn't have this type of, environment around me for me to grow, for me to become better. I couldn't be a part of that. And so what I did was I removed myself from a lot of things, a lot of events, family reunions, because shit, if I go to the family reunion, they're going to be talking about, our cousin or our auntie behind their back. And then they're going to try to get my agreement. And if I don't agree, then it's how, Uncle Jay, his kids is, they're on drugs, or like, what the fuck we doing? I don't want to be a part of that. Everybody want to feel, oh, you heard what such and such did? No, I don't care. It's always negativity. Why? I get negativity ruins the world. It runs the world. But at the end of the day, it's like, if that's the case, I don't want to be a part of your world. I want to be around positive people, people who uplift me, people who are wanting to do better in life, and I want to do better in life. It'd be funny how many people actually know they're not doing shit and know that they could be doing better, but they don't. They stay stuck. They stay stagnant. Because, let's be real, all y'all 35, 40-year-old people, y'all ain't fucking in high school no more. Y'all ain't in college. A lot of y'all be trying to relive y'all college days, and man, when I was, y'all ain't that no more. I mean, I'm gonna speak for myself. I remember being 20, 25, thinking like, okay, when I'm 30, I'm really gonna get my shit together. And then 30 came, and then, okay, when I'm 35, I really about to step it up. And you get to a point to where you feel like you should have done all that already. As time go on, you don't get to a point where you want to do more. A lot of times people live their life in regret, and it's like, damn, time keep passing me by and I didn't do anything I wanted to do. That was me, and I kept thinking for some reason somebody was gonna come save me. Who, I don't fucking know, but somebody was gonna come save me out my situation. As a man, I thought that. How delusional. And I love being delusional, but I was being like stupid delusional. Thinking like, oh, I'm gonna meet this girl, or I used to joke about, man, if I go down bad, I'm gonna marry a rich bitch, and I really thought that shit. Like, it was like, and then 30 get here. And then it just become harder and harder. When you become older and older, it become harder to do shit. A lot of things up here. I mean, it's hard to get up in the morning. Shit, my knees cracking. Like, as you get older, it becomes harder. And a lot of people who get to a point where it's like, oh, I'm going to keep pushing it back later. That later ain't going to ever come. It's really not. And so with my family, I just got to a point to where it's like, okay, I'm older. I'm 30. I don't have a wife. I don't have any kids. I'm not working the job that I want to do. I'm not making as much money. This shit on me. This ain't nobody else's fault. Like, this is on me. That's what I had to come to up here. Put all my problem, all my ego aside, and just realize, like, yo, this shit is my fault. And if I don't do anything about it, 36 gonna come, 37, 38, 39, 40. All these ages gonna keep coming, and this shit gonna become harder, and I'm not gonna do it. And I realized how easy it is to get stuck in that mindset, because I was in that mindset for about 3 years, knowing damn well I wasn't doing enough. But because I thought, I was gonna meet some girl, we was gonna have kids, and then I'm gonna be straight. I would have met the society norms, and I would have had a kid, got a wife, and blah, blah, blah. I didn't get any of that. And I just didn't want to go down that route of being a fucking nobody. And so I realized the first thing I need to do is get from around people who still think like that, who still have them negative, toxic thoughts about life and how it's unfair and how it's no one else's fault. But it's not my fault, but it's everyone else's fault. Family members. It's hard to outgrow people. It's one of the hardest fucking things. It's growing pains. The pain comes with outgrowing people, because you gotta let a lot of fucking people go. And they sitting there like, bro, but you my cousin. It's like, yeah, bro, but we don't think the same. I done read books. I want to be better. I've worked out. I eat better than you. And they love to be like, bro, you think you better? And I'm like, yeah, I am. Everything in my life, I'm making an effort of trying to do better. So yeah, I am better. I'm too good for that shit. I'm not afraid to say it. I know I'm too good for that shit. I'm not coming to the reunion. I'm not coming to the birthday party. All family members do is talk about negative shit that ain't gonna help you get nowhere. That's it. And you gonna keep letting time go, oh man, because you want to be loyal to family and blood and sticker. Man, fuck all of that. What do you want to do with your life? Once you are gone, ain't no family member going in the grave with you. It's just gonna be you. So you have to figure that shit out. Get to a point to where it's like, yo, you have to let go of toxic ass family members. And for the one family member that's always trying to keep everybody together, it's like, yo, don't let that shit keep you there. You gotta just, again, every family member have them. Bro, come on, man, that's mama, that's daddy, bro, you can't do that, bro, just go say sorry. When they was in the wrong. Fuck all that. Fuck all of that. I'm gonna have to remove myself, because clearly I'm not appreciated. I wanna go where I'm appreciated. That's where I wanna go. And a lot of people are in a family where they not appreciated. So I would love to hear in the comments, how many of y'all have a family member like that? And share this with someone who could use it, because again, a lot of people are going through the same shit. A lot of people keep a lot of shit quiet, and they think ain't nobody gonna understand. Yo, we think more alike than we do.